Have you ever played a game that was just good enough? Not bad, not good, just okay. But you keep going on with it anyway? You can't say that you're really having fun, but it eats up time, it's not like you have anything better to do. Maybe you'll keep going out of some misplaced search for fulfillment when you eventually beat it. Maybe the game's small rewards distract you from your boring day-to-day life, and that's good enough for you. These aren't the kinds of games we'll cover often, just because there's little to distinguish them from their contemporaries, but that doesn't mean they aren't a big part of gaming. Night in the Woods, a simple game about existentialism and living life, understands this mediocrity all too well, and uses its own game within a game, Demontower, to stand as a memorial to all those games you wasted time with and promptly forgot a week later. If you haven't brushed up on your philosophy, the main point of existentialism is that there is no point. Now that may sound bleak, but it's not the same as nihilism. While nihilism is the assertion that nothing meaningful exists, existentialism is the idea that searching for something meaningful can be meaningful in and of itself. It might sound complicated, but Night in the Woods is probably one of the best modern examples of the idea. You play as May, a college dropout who moved back to her small hometown because she didn't know where else to go. After arriving to no fanfare, she just lives life as the world around her subtly changes. May struggles to relate to the younger crowd she was just a few years ago a part of, argues with her parents about direction in life, questions the existence of God, and convinces a pastor to solemnly do the same. But she also just has fun, goofing off with her best friend, feeding a colony of baby rats, and helping bolster a kid's passion for their poetry. This creates a balance between negativity and positive activities, and it's up to the player to interpret it as a horribly depressing lack of personal growth, or a refreshing breath of freedom. Or something in between. I don't know. Your life, man. Demontower, right, Demontower. This minigame is available on May's laptop before she lazily climbs into or out of bed each day. The first thing you'll probably notice about it, past cute pixely aesthetics of course, is that most of the gameplay is slow, despite your character having a pretty quick dash. Your movement speed when not dashing is low, dashing runs out quickly, enemies are dodgy or take multiple hits, and attacking will cause your character to grow tired in no time. Areas are large, but have little of note besides the key and the door to the boss. The game's map is randomly generated, which means that no areas stand out as particularly memorable, but their consistent adequacy make trying again for the sake of a better layout appealing. Boss fights are fine, with mostly standard attack patterns, some you need to flank, some that split into smaller versions, etc, etc. The final boss in particular, though, is a huge disappointment from a traditional sense. He's a repetitive slog of a fight once you know what you're doing, but he can unfairly kill an unaware new player. There's a bonus ending to the game, but the ending cutscene itself isn't really worth it, and the final boss actually gets easier, so there's no special challenge. But I mean, it's there, I guess? Yay? In other words, the game is aggressively mediocre, and it's probably one that a lot of you have played already before. Zelda-likes and roguelikes are both incredibly common in the indie scene today, and the game's true ending is as half-baked as its shallow level design. But you keep playing because it's there, and because its slight differences encourage another go, even if you aren't having that much fun with it. You might feel obligated to finish it, not because you think the ending will be special or anything, and it's not, but because you just want to finish what you started. You don't even get anything for finishing it. May will just draw a doodle in her sketchbook and that'll be the end of it. And no, the doodle doesn't do anything either, it's just a doodle. Yet this is all relevant because Demontower is one of the most notable examples of an area that's made better by how mediocre it is. Most areas strive to be as good as they can be, for obvious reasons. An increasing number also try to be terrible, to create contrast to other areas or to generate a so bad it's good kind of ironic appeal. But Demontower's blandness contributes to the game's larger tone in a way that's really not done that often. It's completely out of place and contributes basically nothing, which paradoxically makes it one of the most meaningful additions of all. The simple act of playing Demontower and trying to get something out of this stupid thing that doesn't have any meaning, that's the real point of the game. You're wasting time in a game about nothing, in a game that derives purpose from nothingness. That kind of commentary on your own life of infinite crossroads is very meaningful to me, and if you're ever caught in a state of indecision and stagnation, maybe it'll be for you too. But for the rest of you, it's nothing special. It's just how you design for existentialism.